put this in your journal. I don't see a lot of journals today. Okay, you can put it on your phone. Everybody has to understand what I'm talking about, especially a lot of you little ones. You gotta pay attention to what I'm gonna say. This is priceless. You ready? Number one, and I've talked about this before, you gotta understand, how many of you guys wanna hit the ball harder? How many of you wanna hit with more control? Okay, you gotta understand what I'm gonna talk to you about. Forget about making your arm relax. See how my arm is like relaxed? Look, my arm's relaxed, my arm's relaxed. Let's forget that for a second. The power, if you want more power and you want more control, it comes from here. What's that?
The ground.
The ground. You gotta understand, in every sport, there's an action and a reaction that happens. Okay, before you hit the ball, you're gonna push on the ground pushes back, and the power comes up through your body. You push on the ground's gonna push back, boom. Same shooting a basketball or a throwing action. Everything starts from the ground. So if you don't like bending, pay attention guys, pay attention guys. If you don't like bending or you don't like loading, okay, I'm just telling you, you're never gonna hit the ball the best you can. It's all about loading the system. That's why you see a lot of things on television. You see these guys before contact, they're coming off the ground a couple inches. They're not trying to jump. It's what we call a cause and an effect. They push down, they have a lot of intensity, they have a lot of enthusiasm, they're pushing on the ground, and they come off the ground when they hit the ball. They're not trying to jump. It's just it happens naturally. So I need you guys to understand. I'm telling you right now, you guys have just told me you want to hit it harder, you want to have more control of the ball. If you push on the ground and you understand that when you hit it, everything starts from here. Now, when you push on the ground, all right, notice I'm not saying bend your knees. So I've been saying that to people for a long time, and some people bend, but they don't really bend, okay? When you push on the ground, here's what's gonna happen. You'll actually start using your body better. You'll use your body better. Everybody pay attention. Instead of focusing, say, on your arm, whenever you hit a ground stroke, and let's just talk in general about the forehand, okay? It's a rotation. This is what people don't understand. It's a rotation. It's a twist. Okay, watch. When I hit the ball, okay, my body is coiled, and then when I hit it, it's gonna uncoil. Some of you guys set up like this. You're like an airplane. Or you're like this. No, you gotta load, you gotta coil. When you hit a ground stroke, it's a twist. When you hit a serve, it's a twist. The backhand, it's a twist. And I'm not gonna get into all the little details that I do with like higher level players. But at the end of the day, this is what a ground stroke is. I get it, you gotta be relaxed and you gotta be smooth, and you see all this stuff on YouTube, that's something different with the racket relax. Obviously you gotta be relaxed, but you gotta understand the core fundamentals about what I'm saying. The power starts from the ground, okay? The ground has to be your best friend, and it's a twist. One of the most common mistakes, generally speaking, on the ground strokes, when people prepare, they don't prepare and turn enough. They don't prepare and turn enough. They just turn sideways, okay? You look at someone hitting a golf ball, it's here. A baseball, a throwing action. You just see the arm do it, but there's a lot of stuff that went on prior to them hitting the object. So I need you guys to understand this. Now, the best way to learn this, pay attention, the best way to learn this is to practice without the ball. People don't like practicing without the ball because it's boring, they're not sweating. But to be great at anything, you gotta master boring. I would love for you guys to go split, just turn your upper body more than your lower, then however you swing, the way Steve, Tanessa, everybody's teaching you, that's something different. We'll get into that tomorrow. But you gotta coil so you can uncoil. You gotta think of it like that. It's like twisting something, like twisting a jar. This is a ground stroke, okay? It's a twisting action. I'm not saying that you're gonna go like that. Upper body is more than the lower. Same thing, upper body more than the lower. This is what you guys got to understand. I don't care if you're 5, 7, 10, you're number 1 in the nation, none of that matters. Okay, there's a better way to do the ground stroke, and for a lot of you little ones, okay, you're just thinking, I have a racket, there's a ball, I got to hit the ball with my arm. You hit it with your arm, but what happens way before that? There's so many things that have to happen, okay? There's so many things that have to happen. And the best advice I can give you, watch someone on TV. Instead of just saying, watch Alcaraz or Sinner. You watch before they hit the ball, okay? And imitate, not maybe the way they're doing the exact stroke, but just watch how they set up for the ball. Then say, is that what I'm doing? I bet you guys are doing it different. Instead of saying, oh, that guy has an amazing forehand. Let's understand why the forehand's amazing. Forget genetics, forget hand-eye coordination, forget all that stuff. You gotta understand. And this is the hardest thing for young players, because everybody plays with the arm. Have you ever noticed why some players, they might be little, they might be skinny, they're 10 years old, they hit the ball harder than someone 15. Why is that? Mindset, timing, technique, and understand how to coordinate the body to the moment of contact. So if you would practice what I just said, about how many people here has your coach here or wherever you live, has your coach said, wait a minute, you're bending too much? That's what I thought. No one ever does that. That's what you want. How many have they said, wait a minute, you're turning too much? Because you got little arms. I don't think so. You got little arms, little legs. You want to know what's going on. This becomes like a little uncomfortable. You got to get uncomfortable.
Should get comfortable.
T-shirt. 1, 2, 3. Bang! Fitness. Let's go. Time to